0 to 10 million, baby. 0 to 10 million, man. We going from nothing to something overnight. This is an important part of our strategy, and that is daily inspiration, motivation. Consistency and persistency is the key. There's no other way to reach your goals unless to do it day after day, day after day. In nature, right, it's no perfect lines. Okay, we're going to drop some more science because that's what it's about. There's no perfect straight lines in nature. It's not real. It don't work like that. There's no perfect circle either. You understand? It's just not the way things go. Us waiting for a perfect situation before we start is insane. How you gonna sit around waiting for things to be perfect, bro? How? What sense does that make? Man, listen, man. Once you look. Once you have hit that point in your life where being mediocre is no longer acceptable, bro, that's when you're gonna take that next step. That's just when you're gonna take that next step. Life has a funny way of showing you meaningless. The only way to take control is through consistency. Every day, you have to do it. You have to live it. You gotta breathe it, right? Today is going to determine your tomorrow. The steps that you make today is going to determine your tomorrow. Don't worry about all of the noise on the outside, man. I'm telling you, it's consistent. It never ends, man. People always want to show you their ugly side, man, and you also want to get the people that show you their beautiful side. But believe it's two sides to everybody. It's a duality, okay? You have a negative and positive, all right? So you look at your remote control at the crib. You in the crib and you got your remote, you flicking through the channels. When you take the battery out of that remote, you're gonna have a positive charge and a negative charge. Now, this is science again. When you got that car, you in your car, you pop that hood, you look at that battery. It's gonna have a positive charge and a negative charge. You need both in order to start. You need both in order to run. But the whole key point to me saying all of that is to say, focus on the positive. The negative is already there. Focus on the positive charge, because the negative charge is by default. Most of the time we think negative first. Negativity be the first thing that we are subjected to, right? The thought of lack, I hear some powerful people speaking of lack, right? And thinking of lack, man, is a killer. Because in all reality, right, we in the Garden of Eden, man. We are here. It's everything we want is right here. You understand what I'm saying? All we gotta do is plant the seed and everything grow. We plant the seed and everything grow, right? Or for one fruit, there's a few seeds in there, and those few seeds could bring a few trees, and that's all for one fruit. So it's really abundance out here, man. It's all over the place, man. Opportunity is here, opportunity is there, right? But if you focus on negativity, you can't see the positive. The positive is going to pass you right by, and it don't have it cares less what you think. Negative thoughts is the downfall of most of us, right? Negative thoughts is the same truck that leave you stuck. Negative thoughts is going to take you down. Believe it or not, staying positive is really a superpower, man. Staying positive is going to help you solve problems, bro. Staying positive is going to help you solve other people's problems. And once you're able to serve other people and solve their problems, then God is going to serve you. God is going to serve you when you serve others. In order to receive, you have to give. You can't get without giving, right? My grandfather, when I was young, right, he used to do this little trick with me to show me, how to really manifest your thoughts and how not to be naive in your thinking, right? So we have this dollar bill, okay? He used to ball it up and he used to put it in the palm of my hand, right? And he say, squeeze it, right? When you got that dollar bill clutched and you don't want to let it go, you also prevent money coming into your hand because you're so busy protecting what you got in your hand, you don't want to let it go. So you can never get it because you ain't gonna let that go. Now check this out. Once you got that same dollar, right? You got that same dollar, right? And it's in your hand and it's able to, you give it away. Guess what happened? You give it away, it come right back. You give it away, it come right back. Then it comes back triple fold. You can't keep it unless you give it away. You cannot keep it unless you give it away. There's no way around it. That's just the way that it is. That's the way life is, man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot keep it unless you give it away. I was kicking it with my brother this morning while I was working out, man, and he was doing his stock trading and all of that, and while he was giving me game, and I'm gonna introduce you to him. I'm gonna introduce you guys. We're gonna do some trading. We're gonna do some day trading. We're gonna do a lot of different things to bring us closer to that 10 million, because these are facts, and these is real life situations that I have to expose so that we can grow. Okay. He was giving me this game, and while he was giving it to me, it's like epiphanies was happening. He was like, oh yeah, man, wow. And he was like, yo, yeah, I forgot about that. But the only reason that he was able to jolt those thoughts in his head and was able to finagle a bagel while he was giving me game at the same time. And while he was giving me game, you know what I'm saying? It's like God was giving him game. And that's just how it go. That's just how it go. You can't get around it, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to help others, man. You gotta be able to help others. That's the only way that you're gonna get help, right? And it's a quote, man. It's impossible to be forgiven if you're not willing to forgive. And that's reality of life, man. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be people that do you dirty, do you wrong, you know what I'm saying? And they don't lose no sleep, you know what I'm saying? They do some of the foulest crap ever, man. Like how you sleep at night, right? You know you dirty, you know you ain't no good, right? But yeah, still, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find it in your heart to forgive them, because that's the only way that you can move forward, and that's the only way that your blessings are coming. You understand what I'm saying? If you really out here really trying to make something out of nothing, man, you gotta be real easy, right? You gotta be real forgiving, right? And you gotta let a lot of funny things live, right? Even when you know that they might not be deserving of your love, but at the end of the day, they are deserving. And probably that's why they did the things that they did, or they think the way that they think, is because they was not afforded the opportunity to be loved. And then in that comes, negativity. So the best things that we could do, right, for that Midas touch, right? The Midas touch is everything that you touch is successful. Everything you touch turn to gold. In order to have that Midas touch, we have to deal with positivity. We have to deal with love. We have to deal with compassion. we have to deal with care and concern, right? Like genuine care and concern, like really, really caring about somebody. And, and this is the funny part, genuinely caring about somebody who don't care about you. That is really like a key, a major key to, get to that, to take that zero to another realm, to rise that vibration, through the roof, right? Because when you up top, right? Like we in a plane and we traveling the way we traveling and we looking down, right? We looking out the plane, we looking down. You can see everything at once, right? You see everything at once. You can see like the whole neighborhood from like such a spread where you just see everything. The reason you see everything is because you are at a higher dimension. You have to vibe high. You have to be in a high vibration to see everything clearly, like in a plane. You have to be high in order to see everything clearly. But when you on low vibes and you're thinking from a low vibration, you only see what's in front of you. You only see obstacles. You only see difficulties. You only see shortcomings. You see everything that you don't really need in your life. You're gonna manifest all the things that you don't want because of your low vibration. And low vibration, it stops your blessings. It stops that gravy train from just coming straight to you, okay? Thinking from a higher domain, from a higher plateau, it brings in all of the blessings and all of the positive energy that you need to manifest your thoughts, your goals, your dreams. You have to have a clear conscience. You have to have love inside your heart. I can't stress this enough. There's a book that all of us should be familiar with, Think and Grow Rich. That book is very impactful, man, and it's something that we have to go over again. And it's something that we need in our arsenal. We need these thoughts of positive mindset, changing the paradigm, you understand? Taking your disbelief and turning it into belief. These are the ways that we're going to turn 0 into 10 million. 0 into 10 million is an everyday positive affirmation that is going to be repeated. That's why I'm always repeating it in the beginning of my videos and towards the end of my videos. In the beginning of my shorts, towards the end of my shorts. Because I am bringing about that manifestation, and those who follow me. Once you start to chant these words over and over again, you are also calling and manifesting these same ideals into your life. It's no joke. I need for you guys to follow me. Watch the growth. Watch how positive mindset, positive thinking, forgiveness, love, and belief in God is going to take us from 0 to 10 million. Stay tuned.